Time to get a little more classy. Amen and welcome. My name is Yuusha Anime and welcome back to the Fruit of Grisaia. Now, interestingly enough, I have got something to tell you guys. I went back and did the other choices, thanks to a lovely commenter of mine who helped me down below saying, you fucked up, go back and do the other choices, otherwise you will not be able to select any of the routes individually. It turns out, if you don't choose some of them right, you actually will not have access to Sachi's route in particular, which I found kind of weird that we can access everyone else's, but whatever. Monocle's at the ready. We're now going to jump in this of all the correct choices made, which was Mr. Standoffish Man earlier, and also helping Sachi on both accounts. And it turns out now after this, when the next choice comes up, apparently that's where the routes diverge, which is going to be interesting. So guys, right, human beings are multi-facted, faced, what? I'm off to a wonderful start, I can't even read this. Multi-faced creatures. It's not uncommon for someone who seems one-dimensional at a glance to reveal a dramatically different side under even light investigation. Also, I repositioned my camera a bit better. It's now on a box, so it's sort of like my level, and also the light is not in the way of it. So hopefully this makes it better. Saves me getting blinded by my other camera as well, my other light as well. Many people don't stop at being two-faced. There are plenty of us out there with 3 or 4. A simple case might be a scumbag who sometimes plays the good guy, or vice versa. These multiple faces are part of what makes people interesting, but they also complicate our relations with others. The people living in this dorm are no exception to the general rule. Sometimes I wonder if Makina even thinks in Japanese. Her actions and words are so garbled. Sachi's extraordinary obedience and obsessive honesty are equally mysterious. Anyone could guess there's more to those two than meets the eye. But Amane can be oddly evasive and poker-faced at times as well. And even our mentality derailed airhead Michiru has markedly uncharacteristic moments. I think it's safe to conclude everyone here has something of a hidden side. Damn, well deducted, dude. Huh? Say what? I'm killing time in the lobby after school with Makina suddenly... Oh, my throat is giving up on me. I'm killing time in the lobby after school when Makina suddenly approaches me with a strange question. DERE? By which you mean what? Is that the same DERE for Michiru Tsundere, the lovely side of a split personality? DERE is by now a fairly common slang term where the contrasting sun suggests a pointed hostile attitude toward others. DERE implies the complete opposite, a sweet and friendly approach. The widely known Tsundere's personality exhibits both behaviours, creating a strong contrast or gap that may find attractive, apparently. Personally, I'm not particularly well informed on that subject. While I have some interest in the pseudo tsundere Matsushima Michiru as a subject for observation, my curiosity is entirely directed toward the less artificial elements of her personality. The tsundere attribute itself isn't especially interesting or appealing to me. In short, I don't really give a damn. To ask a question like that, I think you first need proof that Sakaki has DERE tendencies, or at the very least concrete grounds to support that conjecture. Do you possess any such evidence? For starters, I asked Makina about the premise underlying her question. On the off chance there might be some rational thought behind it. Of course. Look, I don't know. Look, kid. Maybe she likes cramped spaces? You mean like bursting her bubble? That would certainly be a striking contrast. In that respect, the serious Sakaki seems to line up with the standard tsundere concept, but I have to say though I don't think she really fits that neatly in the tsundere category. Kudere. Here we go. The full DERE lessons. I see kudere. Is it? I've picked up this term somewhere as well. It seems the popularity of the tsundere concept gave birth to a variety of subspecies. The kudere in particular provided durable enough to gain its own semi-independent status. Unlike the outright aggression of the Sun, Ku suggests a cool, indifferent attitude. The kudere feigns apathy, keeping others at a distance by means of apparent disinterest, but secretly craves intimacy. Today, Sakaki Yumiko has certainly demonstrated a consistently cool attitude, if not the lovey-dovey side of the equation. Makina, do you want to make Sakaki go into DERE mode? For what reason? Kyomi-hoi. I see. If Sakaki herself happened to hear that response, things would probably get even chillier, but I guess it's foolish to hope for anything more from Makina. And are you expecting to accomplish something by complaining to me? No. I'm gonna die! You want me to cooperate in turning Sakaki DERE? Da! I quietly fold the newspaper I've been reading earlier, stand from my seat without a word, and walk off toward my room. Just as my hand reaches the door, Makina's round face reappears before my eyes, her shoes screeching on the floor. Come on, get it. Just move out of the way, Makina. We're not getting involved in this shit. Unfortunately, I have no interest in any of this. Go try the others instead. It's weird as well, because now that I look at it, how does an anime character even become DERE? Like, does it just happen? Or is it the way they're raised? That's one thing I never really understood with these characters. They just appear to be this way. Like, there's no actual reason to suggest why or how, other than when they've already confessed their love. It's like, oh, I've done this and I still do it. Baka sort of rubbish. So I don't know. It's kind of a hard one, that one. Why? Yeah, well, it's true enough that I am the only male in this dormitory, but I don't think that really works in my favour when dealing with Sakaki. If anything, quite the opposite. She seems to see it as something of a strike against me. I don't think that really makes... Oh, hey, Makina! Without even waiting for my response, Makina shoves me back toward the lobby. A group meeting for this crap? That night, everyone except Sakaki gathers in the third floor laundry room. Amane and Sachi seem to be operating as normal, but Michiru apparently forgot about the meeting and had to be dragged out of bed. She's stifling a wary yawn at the moment. At the center of the group, Makina gleefully surveys her troops, then begins to speak. Go on, leader. Spreading a large sheet of paper on the table, she writes the letter Y with a permanent marker, circles it vigorously, and adds the note Operation DERE to one side. Let's see. Let's see how messy this becomes. Monocles at the ready, guys. Yeah.
なんか全然想像できないんだけどですね。私にはあの氷の霊障しか思い出すことができません。見てみたいとか思わねえのか、二人とも。そりゃちょっとは思うけどね。マキちゃんがどういう作戦を考えているのかわかりませんが、帰り討ちにされてしまいそうな気がします。
It's gonna go horribly. Come on, I'm waiting for the sheet of paper to see what's written on there. That's what I put up my monocle for! Amane and Sachi respond at once without outright pessimism. In the first place, we've been forcibly dragged to this point on the assumption that Sakaki has a hidden friendly side, and that's nothing more than a guess based off a common personality type. There's no real reason to believe that pattern has to apply to Sakaki. Amane's known Sakaki the longest among all of us. For what it's worth, she's clearly not buying into the idea. It seems entirely likely that this DERE Sakaki is going is something of a Bigfoot. Where did I keep going from? What is wrong with me? The product of an overactive imagination. What's more, we're talking about a woman prone to swing blades around when provoked. As Sachi says, if we adopt Makina's likely rash and aggressive plan, there's a possibility we'll suffer some casualties. But just when I think we've reached consensus, one of the groups reacts differently. As a pseudo tsundere with a contrary... PT, that has a whole different meaning now since 2017, thank you! Don't like that game. With a contrary personality of her own, perhaps Michiru's being subtly influenced by the possibility of discovering a comrade of sorts. In any case, unlike the rest of the group, she seems genuinely intrigued by the idea. Come on.
なんかあの子全然笑わないからさ、ちょっと笑ったりとかしたらそれだけでもなんか安心するというか、そう思って。
Well, that's nice. But yeah, I see what you mean.
何よ、いきなりみんな黙っちゃって。
She worries about people more than they thought.
いや、なんか珍しくまっとうなこと言ったなって思って。らしくねえな、チルチル。あんたらねいいのです、みちる様。普段のどうしようもない言動とのバランスを取るために、あえて友達思いっぽい言動を混ぜて均衡を保とうとするその心。私にはわかります。全然わかってね。まあ、みちるの言うことも一理あるし、あの鉄仮面さんにちょっとはニコニコしてもらおうってことならば私は賛成だけど。
What if is she ticklish? Why did I think of that?
はい、私もです。
I have no idea why I thought of that, but there we go.
みんなやっと乗ってきたな。
Seems that way. I feel like the goal has shifted slightly from the original DERE objective. But it seems like our motive is now slightly more respectful to Makina's desire to amuse herself. So I'm not going to complain. Yeah. Okay, so I guess the next question would be, what sort of operation do you have planned out, Makina? Makina flashes a toothy smirk, takes her marker in her hand once more and confidently scribbles the words "compliment carpet bombing" in the center of the paper. Quality. So much quality, I shivered. I don't think that works somehow.
えらくまた正攻法というか、バカ正直というか。
Yeah.
女なんて褒めとけば機嫌よくなる生き物なのよさ。
I mean, yes, no?
あんたもその生き物だって自覚ある？
Yeah, do you aware of that?
ストレートですけど、効きそうな作戦ですよね。そっか？そもそも作戦ってのはもうちょっとこう、交渉で仲いいやつの方がいいような気もするんだけど。こういうみちる様のようにパスタ食っとけば幸せみたいな生き物が大多数ですし、効果は十分に期待できるのではと思います。ちょっと何よ、パスタって何よ。そりゃ好きだけど、食べてるとき幸せだけど。
Pasta's lovely. No more comments on that.
好きなんじゃん。幸せそうですね。
Seems like there aren't any particular objections. In that case, we may as well give Makina's strategy a try.
了解。では、全員私の指示に従うのよさ。
Okay. We are now under her command. Let's go. I'll put down my monocle for the moment.
榊さん、おはようございます。ええ。おはよう、ユミコ。いつ見ても綺麗な顔してるわよね。
That could come across as an insult.
榊さんは目が綺麗なんですよね。だから一層顔が引き立つ。
She is a good-looking character, in all fairness.
ちょっと何なの？そうね。でもやっぱり私は顔全体かな。 小顔だし顎もシュッとしてるし、そういうとこがやっぱり
Yeah, she's getting weirded
で
out.
すね。全体的なバランス
All
が
we
いい
need to
か
do
ら
is just
綺麗なんです
have
よね。
Yuji come in and say that. That would do it. Unless she gets her knife out, then of course run the other direction. Probably the latter.
制服もすごく似合ってるし、ねえ、どうやったらそういうっ
She's gone.
て、あれ？
あれ？
榊さん？ユミコさん？言っちゃいましたね。
Yep, she's gone. Come on, Machina. Oh.
珍しいよね。榊さんがここにいるなんて。
Well then, I should have kept my monocle up. Hello. God damn. I mean,
ユミちゃんここの風呂なんか来るんだな。
God damn.
ちょっと。
I mean, God damn.
ふーん。ねえ、ここ座っていい？別に構わないよ。ふーん。
Look at that tap.
人の体を頭から足まで見て何の用かしら。いや、改めて見ると榊さんってバランスいい体してるなって。
This is the quality
な
that
ん
we
か
came
運
in
動とか
for.
してんの？
Isn't it, guys? Come
この
on.
体型は維持できないよね。
I mean, right, so legal jail.
いいな。私もちょっとだけ痩せてお尻小さくなったんだけどさ、榊さんの見てるとバカらしく思えちゃうよね。どうにも。ユミちゃんのが岡山の桃だったら、
桃。
甘ねえのは植木のスイカだよな。見て。
More like a priced watermelon.
それはともかくとして、いい体してるわよね。
Oh.
これならユージだって。あれ、榊さん？
She's gone.
やめてちょうだい。私先に出るわ。
She changed when Yuji was mentioned.
どうしてだろう。機嫌損ねちゃったのかな。
You mentioned Yuji.
なんだありゃ。生理か？
I know what that word in Japanese is. Oh dear, it's not that time of the month. God
おっ
damn
さ
it.
んみたいなこじつけの理由つけないでよ。
Yo. Don't stalk past me without a word, is there?
別にあなたに用事もないもの。
Oh, okay. Maybe not, but I don't think many people would take that as a valid excuse for completely brushing off your classmate.
それで何の用なの？
Nothing in particular, just trying to be reasonably friendly myself.
だったら私は行かせていただくわ。それじゃ。
Come on, it's nothing to get angry about. Just a girl like that and you're just putting your beauty to waste.
ちょっと。
Ooh.
あなたもあの一件に絡んでるの？
Yeah, she's already figured it out. Oh, what specifically? Can't say I know what you're talking about.
その急に何か私のことを。
Oh, is it
もう
working?
いいわよ。失礼するわ。
Almost. That almost done it. That nearly done it. The group's heavy sighs resound throughout the lobby.
作戦は見事失敗に終わったよ。
No, it didn't. It nearly worked. Next, our strategist mumbles an admission of defeat. We continue to stubbornly press Operation DERE until the very end, but our barrage of compliments never produced anything resembling a positive reaction. Quite the opposite. Sakaki's strengthening resistance prompted frequent retreat. Well, I guess it's only natural that you get a little suspicious when everyone you know suddenly starts complimenting you simultaneously.
やり方がまずかったわよね。もっと自然にできたらよかったんだけど。
Not good.
そうですね。フォーメーションも不自然というかミスマッチでしたし。おっと、ここで大本営批判か。憲兵をよこすぞ。あんたが考えなしにやったのも一因でしょうが。後悔はせん。未来の君に反省はするが。何格好つけてんのよ。つか反省してねえ。
Yeah, you're not gonna learn. Well, in any case, I suppose we now know that Sakaki doesn't react to this sort of flattery.
パスタで満足するタイプではなかったということですね。だからなんでそこで私の方を見るのねえ。
And so, Operation DERE fails to produce the desired change in Sakaki Yumiko. If anything, it seems to have brought her attitude from cool down to outright chill. Oh dear, does that mean we're still going, or is it now finished? The next day, I'm heading to Sakaki's room in order to drop off a package of hers that arrived in the group mail delivery just now. Oh, okay. Normally I'd just leave it be, but this cardboard box was large enough to protrude dangerously out of the mailbox. I've thoughtfully decided to bring it to her directly. Is Sakaki in? At this hour, she should probably be somewhere inside the dorm. There's no sign of her leaving this morning, so her room is the most likely possibility. Sakaki? It's open. The door to Sakaki's room stands lightly ajar. Sakaki's normally pretty careful about her privacy, so this is a distinctly unusual situation. Before I realise it, I'm peeking through the opening into her room. Hey, Sakaki! And in the centre of that room, I'm starting to find a spectacle quite unlike anything I've ever witnessed before. Come on! It worked! Yes! It worked, laddies! We did it! Oh my god.
お尻ちょっと大きいかなって嫌いだったけどそんなことなかった。
Wow.
制服もちょっと浮いてるかと思ってたけど
Wow, she took that amazingly well.
あと顔も
She's still not noticed me. This is getting excessively awkward. Sakaki? Summarize this behaviour in one phrase. Out of character will be most apt. Sakaki toys in front of a full-length mirror she's placed in the middle of her room, muttering happily to herself. She examines her features one by one, grinning broadly all the while. It's hard to believe this is the same Sakaki who shot down Makina's operation. Let alone the woman whose approach to social interaction cycles between disinterest, rejection, and the occasional fit of homicidal rage. Is this DERE? Yeah, it is. This is DERE. And you know what? That's going to be the title of this video once I finish this recording. Muttering a foolish question to myself, I pull my right foot backward in an attempt to retreat. But the door groans on its hinges and Sakaki spins around to face me. Oh no. Mail just came. You got a big package, so I came to drop it off. I'll just leave that here.
見たの
Run! It might be kinder to say I wasn't, but unfortunately I'm an honest man. Is it? Run! Congratulations on the small butt.
So
Yep, run. I see. Okay then, see you later. I close the door and break into a full arm-pumping dash away from the scene. It's not that I'm particularly afraid of Sakaki's attacks, but I don't think there are many people out there who would willingly choose to get slashed by a box cutter. I'm certainly not one of them, especially given the sincere promise of violence in Sakaki's eyes just now. But that's DERE, alright. No matter how slight it may be, no matter how well hidden it is, it's actually kind of pleasant to know that Sakaki does have that side to her personality. Every human being is a multi-faced creature. Seems that rule of thumb applies to Sakaki Yumiko as much as anyone else. Yes. 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 That was adorable. I love that. And it was chippied. I forgot that. It was chippied. Sakaki's DERE earlier this morning left a strong impression. But there's no time to reflect on that spectacle. Our group trip to the beach is today. Ooh! Extra beach part for today? Ooh! Let's go! What's more, the weather is absolutely perfect for the purpose. Perhaps someone has been earning some good karma lately? As the group gathers around the principal's car in preparation for the outing, there's a definite sense of anticipation in the air. My classmates are moving around restlessly, unable to control their fidgety nervous energy.
ねえ、このクーラーボックスはどこに積むの？それはビーチパラソルと一緒に天音さんの車に乗せます。
Okay.
お弁当はちゃんと積んだ？はい、大丈夫です。ちゃんとトランクの中に積みました。
トランクの中に。
トランクなんかで大丈夫なの？熱で腐ったりしない？効果が6時間持続する保冷剤と一緒に入れてありますから問題はありません。それじゃああとはあとは何？なんか忘れてない？
We're not forgetting
大丈夫で
anything.
すよ。持ち物リストを参照しながら4回確認しましたし、
Well,
出発前にもう一度最終点検を行いますから。
Sachi is thorough. I'll give it
油
that.
断してはダメよ。いい？こういう時に限って一番大切なものを忘れてくる。言うなれば忘れ物の天才がこの私。松島みちるだということを忘れないで。
Okay.
そんなことを自信たっぷりに元気よく言われましても。
I don't think there is.
なんだかんだ言って結局チルチルが一番張り切ってるのよさ。
Well, in my experience, the blondes of the world tend to see this sort of event as a good excuse to boss people around.
そこ聞こえてるわよ。
He was meant to. Hello, Michiri. Tell me something. You didn't want to go to the beach in the first place, right?
行きたくないとは一言も言ってないでしょうが。私はただ暑いのが嫌だって言っただけよ。
Well, I didn't really intend to criticize you either way. If anything, the opposite seems more appropriate. She was opposed to the idea originally, but instead of sulking over the group's decision, she's accepted it with an admirable enthusiasm. I guess she's something of a flexible spirit. No, wait. Approach this from a slightly different angle, and the term simple-minded might be just as accurate.
あー、なんか言った。
Don't mind me, I'm just talking to myself. More importantly, are you sure you have all your personal stuff? Not forgetting anything?
この私が忘れ物？とんだお笑い種だわね。
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, I just know it is. Have you already completely forgotten what you said 30 seconds ago?
いえ、みちる様のお荷物は昨夜のうちに私がご用意させていただきましたので大丈夫かと。
I see, but you see, Sachi, mutually earned the title of Scatterbrain Queen, precisely because she's capable of leaving things behind even under such circumstances. Are you sure it's wise to have left her unsupervised?
大丈夫よ。サチに任せた私の判断にミスはないわ。
Fast forward! Where are your swimsuits? You do have them, right?
それならご心配なく。忘れないようにすでに服の下に着ていらっしゃいますから。
I mean, that's one way to do it. I see, good to hear. Although that kind of sounds more like something Makina would do.
おうよ。私も下にセクシーな水着着てるのよさ。
I bet you that
後で見
helps.
してあげるのよ。
She's got a school swimsuit, I bet you. Oh, that's something to look forward to.
もうね、私の
Now it's monocle time.
に視線釘付けで
Yes.
鼻血ブーなのよ。
Okay. Okay. Well, that's irresponsible confidence of yours is a good thing. Probably. Yeah, Michiru's concerned now.
みちる様、どうかなされましたか？さっき、
You didn't pack it.
その水着のことなんだけど。もしかしてみちる様。
She didn't buy one, did she? Hey, now, what's the matter, genius? Don't tell me your prodigious talent for forgetting things has already exhibited itself.
うるさいわね。ちょっとしたミスよ。ちょっと私寮に戻るからここで待ってなさいよ。
Yeah, you forgot your swimsuit.
先に行ったら承知しないんだからね。
And she's dead.
みちる様、待ってください。私も行きますから。
Sachi's much faster
と
as
いうわ
well.
けですので、すみません。すぐに戻りますので。
I'm at loss for words. I think that girl may even be worse than Makina.
もう、さすがの私もあんな忘れ物会の方
Probably win the world championship for Scatterbrain.
どうでもいいのだけれど、一体いつまで私はこの炎天下の中で待っていればいいのかしら。
It hasn't even been 10 minutes yet. Bored already? I'll get you a nice ice cream cone once we get to the beach, so try to be patient a little while longer, okay?
私を子供扱いしないでもらえる？
In that case, maybe she should try not to whine like one. But I decided that actually offering her this suggestion would be more trouble than it's worth. Oh, don't tell me she changed her mind then. Alright, Makina, you've been a good girl lately. I'll buy you one later. Strawberry. Strawberry is best flavour! Very well. I drop my hand onto Makina's head in my usual manner. Well then, Sakaki, what flavour do you want?
だから子供扱いしないで。いらないのよ、アイスなんて。どう？みんなもう準備できた？
No, afraid not. The Queen of Carelessness has returned to the dorms in search of her swimsuit. Her maid in attendance. Amane still hasn't returned with the second car either.
松島さんと小峰さんはまだしも、車を借りに行ったのなら、
Yes,
そう
Suo
さん
should
は
be
もう
back
戻ってき
now,
てないと
surely.
ころだと思うけど、何かあったのかしら。
Where's she getting a car from in the first place?
いつもの車を借りに行ったのなら、多分学園北部の資材倉庫だから、そんなに時間がかかる距離じゃないと思うけど。
Is she hot wiring it? Should I go check up on her?
そうね。もう少し待ってみて、それでも来なかったら様子を見に行ってみましょう。
Well, there's no real need to hurry, I suppose. The sea isn't going anywhere.
海は逃げないけれど、時間は経過するわ。私嫌よ、夜の海に入るのなんて。
We're not going to be here until night, Yumiko, come on. I wasn't planning to wait around quite that patiently either, but it's better to approach this sort of thing with composure. Rushing tends to create more problems than it solves.
例えば？
Right, here comes a good example.
あれ？
And take a look, Sakaki. The self-evidently dim-witted blonde is a perfect case in point. Desperate with the irrational fear that she'd be left behind, she clearly stopped thinking. The instant she finished changing, she burst out of her room and dashed back over here, thoroughly embarrassing herself in the process. You see, when people rush, they make stupid mistakes. Life is just full of lessons.
確かに嫌な説得力がある。
Thank you for the perfect example right there.
水着着てこいって言ったのはあんたでしょうが。っていうか、私の水着姿見たんだから感想ぐらい言いなさいよ。
My thoughts? Let's see. My first thought would be, why are you wearing a school swimsuit? But I get the feeling that might not be the most considerate thing I can say here as a man. When a woman asks for your thoughts, compliment her. Down any other life's trouble. Another lesson I picked up from my time with that epitome of a troublesome woman, JB. Looks good on you. Very cute.
ああ、そうかい。ありがとよ。どうして怒鳴っているの、この子。
I don't fully understand myself, but I get the feeling she's being carried along by her own momentum at this point. Poor girl may already be well past the point of no return.
うるさいわね。放っておきなさいよ。とにかく、これなら水着を忘れることはないわ。
I guess not, but what happened to the street clothes you were wearing earlier? Are you for real? Sorry, but I don't think I can justify referring to you as a tsundere anymore. You're really more of a sundoofus. Oh!
すんぼけ
Sunboke. You really are a clown. Makina will now amuse herself at your expense. Alright, Makina, look at this girl with chortle heartily.
ゲラゲラゲラゲラゲラゲラゲラゲラゲラゲラ。屈辱。こんな屈辱は初めてだわ。英語で言うと、オーマイガー。
That's not the right one to do. Your English hasn't improved either, I see. Buh.
ねえ、暑いし、私車の中で待っていてもいいかしら。
Come now, Michiru's sacrificing what little dignity she has left for our amusement. Why don't you join her buffoonery a little while longer?
いや、別に笑いを取ろうとしていたわけでは。
Sachi, did you get her clothes? Yeah.
ミチル様、お召し物。 速いんですよ。
Oh, bloody hell, she was able to outrun Sachi. God damn. Now that she mentions it, you got here pretty quickly, considering you went all the way to the dorm.
そりゃあそうよ。何せ全力疾走したからね。飛ぶ鳥の目を抜く勢いとはこのことよ。なんでしょう。いろいろと間違っていて軽くイラッとしますが、とりあえず服を着てください。その格好のままでは公序良俗に抵触しかねません。いちいちうるさいわね。水着なんだからいいじゃないのよ。人をわいつぶつみたいに。まあまあ、私が着替えのお手伝いしますからね。あったわよ。
Even as she mutters a constant stream of complaints, Michiru takes her clothes from Sachi's hands, then immediately begins to put them on over her swimsuit. Apparently she decided resistance would be futile.
だいたい私の格好なんておっぱい半分放り出して歩いてるアマネの普段着に比べりゃまだマシでしょうよ。そういえばアマネさんはまだいらっしゃられないのですか?
I'm just having flashbacks to Mother Love right now, because there was a character in there called Yuko Sensei, and what she would do is she has a sports car and she actually would run over some characters and speed at a ridiculous rate. If you played Mother Love, you know what I mean. Yeah, she doesn't show up pretty soon. I'm going to check on her.
アマネまだなの? じゃあもういいんじゃない? 無理してでも学園長の車にみんなで乗れば.
No. I really don't think that's going to happen. The principal's car seats 5 at most. At the very least, one of us will have to ride with Amane, and if we want a more comfortable ride, wouldn't it make more sense if we have 4 people in the principal's car and 3 in Amane's? Yeah. Seriously? 2-seater? A vehicle with a fixed passenger capacity of 2? So it's a sports car? They may call this place the Money Sink Academy, but it's really hard to imagine they have a flashy toy like JB's lying around in some dusty garage. In the next moment, a single white vehicle comes into view, crunching its way across the gravel on the athletic grounds towards us. Behind the wheel, of course, is Saw Amane, and the vehicle she's driving, no matter how you look at it, appears to be a small truck. That said, it's not a Type 73 Jeep or anything, just your run-of-the-mill mini pickup. And cue Amane.
やあ、お待たせ。ごめんね。タイヤの空気圧調節してたら遅くなっちゃった。
Ah, okay. I see. Well, that's a 2-seater too, I guess. I wasn't really expecting her to pull up in a flashy sports car, but a mini truck is surprising in its own way. Yeah. I was expecting like one of those smart cars, like one of those smart energy cars. I expected them. I was wrong too. It's certainly well suited to carrying all our beach gear, and it's probably useful for the school to have around, but... Why? Are you a car fanatic, Makina? Oh my god, she's a car expert, isn't she? I'm going! I'm going! What?
あとはデフロックがついてれば最高なんだけどね。
Was making her a car expert all along? Why does she know this? The hell are you people talking about? A mini truck is a mini truck, right? But even as I'm silently belittling the squat little vehicle, something catches my eye. Michiru, her change of clothes complete, is standing stock still at my side, and her teeth are chattering violently. Samba from hell? I don't get it. For a vehicle from hell, it looks an awful lot like your average Nubaru Yamba. The body's still like new, so I'm having a hard time picturing it as a cursed vehicle whose previous owner died mysterious deaths. Alright. But when Amane asks for a companion, there's no immediate volunteer. The others exchange silent looks. What's wrong? Why is everyone avoiding eye contact with Amane? She loves racing here, is he? I guess I'm riding with Amane. She's already done it. First person to claim it goes.
失礼ね。
Oh.
そんなに私の横に乗るのが嫌なの？当たり前でしょ。前に私、あんたの運転するこの車の荷台で死ぬ目にあったのよ。
It's actually, tell me, is Amane an irredeemably terrible driver?
いいえ、私は乗ったことないですけど、マキちゃんからはとても運転が上手だと聞いていますよ。
Ah, that a fact?
アマネはお家の仕事の手伝いで毎朝市場まで野菜とかお魚を買いに行く仕事をしていたからとっても運転が上手なのよ。
Right. In that case, why has all the colour drained from Michiru's face at the mere thought of riding with her?
そりゃ車が苦手な子もいるのよさ。私今日はチズチズの車がいい。椅子がふかふかしてるし。
Well, it makes sense to have a smaller people sit in the vehicle that has to seat 5 of us. Alright, Makina and Sachi, go ahead and get in the principal's car. I'm going in. I'm gonna find out how this driving is gonna endanger my soul.
どっちでもいいからさっさと決めちゃってよ。
Yeah, I'm going. How on earth does Amane drive to inspire such a violent rejection? I don't get it, but there's a siren going off in my mind. My cowardly instinct for self-preservation is screaming, don't get in that truck. I see. Alright, let's decide with that nice impartial rock, paper, scissors. My spider sense is tingling. God damn it. That way nobody's left with any hard feelings. Don't be ridiculous. Alright, here goes. Rock. I have no idea what just short-circuited within Michiru's brain, but the instant the word rock was out of my mouth, she vigorously threw out scissors. I was just doing the rock, paper, scissors part. Why are you jumping the gun for?
しかも負けてるし。そんな。こりゃもうあんたの反則負けね、ミチル。観念して私の隣に乗りなさいな。いやー嘘でしょ。3回勝負よね。3回勝負でしょ。ジタバタしないの。あんたユージより軽いし、あんたが乗った方が運転しやすいから。ほら、おいで。
Oh, she's got speed.
引っ張らないで。死んじゃう。今度こそ死んじゃう。平気平気。今度は荷台じゃなくて助手席だから、ちゃんとベルトしとけばもう落っこちたりしないもん。ほら、行くよ。
Fall out this time. What? Excuse me? She fell off the back of the truck? Yeah, at that moment I thought I understood the nature of Michiru's trauma. I was still badly underestimating the full terror of Amane's driving. I would have come to understand the truth later that day. A little while into the pleasant journey to the beach, our two-vehicle convoy was weaving its way down a winding coastal road.
いやー、いい天気だね。絶好の海水浴日和じゃない？ねえ、ミチル、あんた日焼け止めしてきた？今のうちにしておかないと窓側の腕だけ日焼けするよ。うるさいわね。おとなしく前見て運転しなさいよ。そんな必死に捕まらなくたって大丈夫よ。今日は学園長の車も一緒だし、のんびり走ってるじゃない。
Just then, a flashy sports car roars noisily out behind Amane's mini truck and begins to tailgate.
なんか元気なのが来ちゃったな。うざいから道譲っちゃおうか。そうしよう。それがいいわ。相手にしちゃダメよ。いい？わかってるわよ。
As Amane flips on her turn signal and begins to pull over to the left, the sports car instantly pushes its way past her truck on the right, flashing its hazard lights in greeting. But rather than pulling back into its lane, the sports car continues to power its way forward on the wrong side of the road, jumping past the principal's car as well. The car pushes its way sharply in front of the principal just as she's about to round a curve. She's forced to jam on the brakes hard enough to send up white smoke from her tires, leaving her car shaking unsteadily from side to side.
しいから一気に抜きたかったんだろうけど、むちゃくちゃだな。ああいう子ってさ、自分が下手くそだってことに気がついてないんだね。
Oh no.
そうね。車は安全運転が一番よね。ねえ、ミチル。ああいう子には、あんた下手くそだよって誰かが教えてあげた方がいいよね。
Oh no.
ちょっと、あまね、やめてよ。何する気？
Here we go.
教育？ あんまおちょけ取ると死んでまうぞって教えてあげなきゃ。やめてよ。ちょっとだけだってば。ね。
No wait for a response, Amine steps on the clutch and begins to downshift. While giving the truck a little gas, she smoothly drops from 5th gear to 4th, then to 3rd. In the next instant, she smashes down on the accelerator.
行くぞー。それ。
Oh my god. The whine of the supercharger grows all the more shrill. The 4-cylinder SOHC engine screams in protest and the Samba savagely accelerates as if stung by a whip.
やめてー。うるさいな。いいからほら、しっかり踏ん張ってないと頭でサイドウィンドウ割っちゃうよ。
God damn, the Samba quietly flies past the principal's car, and the needle of the RPM gauge mounted at the base of the A-pillar soaring into the red zone within seconds.
ほら見えた。1800cc のタボ突き転がしといてケットラに追いつかれちゃダメじゃんね。ねえじゃないわよ。やめてって言ってるでしょ。追いついて何する気だ。
Yeah, what are you planning to do?
ケットラにお尻つっつかれればへこむかと思ったんだけど。あらら、県外ナンバーか。譲ってくれる気はないみたいだし抜いちゃおうか。ちょっと抜くって。
Oh my god.
この先の直線で横に出るよ。
What? Oh my god! Michiru's piteous, heart-rending screams fall on deaf ears. As soon as she reaches the straightaway, Amine jams the accelerator to the floor. The white mini truck accelerates like a bat out of hell, squeezing every drop of power from its engine. Its tyres clawing at the hot asphalt, the Samba surges forward, with the advantage of its light frame. Amine's truck smoothly pushes its way alongside the sports car in the blink of an eye. And running side by side, the two vehicles rush toward the hairpin curve at the end of the straightaway.
突っ張るじゃん。でもいいのかな。この先のヘアピン、そのスピードで突っ込んだら死ぬぞ。やめてよ。
Hairpins are horrid.
任しときなって。
Come
こ
on.
っちのが車重は軽いんだし負けないから。負ける負けないの話してないよね。ほらビビってアクセル抜いた。ダメじゃん。もっと突っ張れよ。ちょっとブレーキ。 ある程度速度乗ってないとコーナーの途中で失速しちゃうよ。グリ
Yeah.
ップはもっと奥に取ってここ。
And here comes the drift. Come on, initial D
二足に
references.
放り込みながらブレーキで姿勢作ったらアングル決めてあとはベタ踏み。
Yep.
あらら参ったな。リアがリフトして跳ねちゃってるよ。このフロントヘビーはなんとかならないのかな。ちょっとみちる、あんた降りて荷台に乗りなさいよ。無茶言わないでっていうかやめて。横向いてる横向いてるって突っ込んじゃう。下ろして。平気だって。
Striking a contrast to Amine's carefree, almost bored tone of voice. The guardrail drawn steadily closer outside Michiru's passenger seat window.
落ちる落ちる。だから平気だってば。アクセル踏んでるうちはちゃんと曲がってくから。ここでビビってアクセル抜いたらそれこそ落っこちるわよ。ほら出口が見えた。あらよっと。おっと立ち上がりで痛恨のシフトミス。かっちょ悪い。落ちなかった。奇跡。大丈夫だって言ってんじゃん。一度姿勢作ってアングル決めたらあとはハンドルから手を離しても勝手に曲がってくんだからさ。
I've got no words for this.
見てて。じゃあもう一回やるね。
No.
ほらほら見てね。ほらほら。顔に手を離すな。このドアホ。ちゃんと前見て運転しろ。もうこの時点で自分が進んでいく方向は見えてるし。進入ミスでライン外して落っこちるときはコーナー入った瞬間にわかるから心配しなくても落ちる前にちゃんと落ちるよって言うわよ。
That's...
ちょっとやだみちる。あんた泣いてんの？
Yeah, she is. She is. You've done this. The Samba from hell. That white devil is no myth. And Amine manipulating that demon as though it were an extension of her limbs makes her way to the beach, burning not only gallons of gasoline, but years off Michiru's life. When our group arrives at the beach, by means of the principal's safe, steady driving, we find the two of them waiting for us. Their faces a study of contrasts. On one hand, Amani sticks her tongue playfully out of her mouth towards us, as if to say, I kinda overdid it, teehee, and on the other hand, Michiru stands gazing into the distance with unfocused eyes, looking like the very picture of the Buddhist enlightened soul, as if nothing in this world has to stop her. Could never find her. Oh my god. From my perspective, in the principal's car, Amane's sudden acceleration had been a bit of a surprise. But we lost sight of her car almost immediately, so the incident didn't leave that strong an impression at the time. She's just gonna die. When Michiru whispered those hoarse, toneless words, I understood that she had known hell, and would forever bear the scars to prove it. And I'm gonna end this here. Yep, I know. Shitty timing, I know, guys. But what can I say? I think I've near enough done this for an hour today, which is nice. I mean, I think I prefer to do the Fruit Grisaia for like 45 minutes to hour lengths, because I know it's going to take me a long time to complete this game. Heck, I first played this game like 2 years ago as a Let's Play, I think now. And it's still brilliant. I still love it. I mean, it's going to take me a while. I'm finally getting back in the swing of things, guys. So, please be patient with me. I am trying my best to keep up with uploads. But for this part now, that is it. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you want any more from me. And I shall see you in the next video. So, guys, there will indeed be more quality next time. Beach episode for the next video. Woohoo!